I'm Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kujin Cosplay, and tonight we're back again, guys, with Code Geass, episode 18.
Yes, last episode we didn't learn, but Lelouch learned that Suzaku is the one in the Lancelot. He was freaking out, like he didn't know what to do, he didn't know what to say. And last time we saw him, he was laughing like crazy, so I don't know what that's gonna mean, but still. He's got Todo on his side. He got a little talk with Suzaku, like, you need to own it! Like, you made your choice, now go 100% with it! And he's like, okay, dude, I'm gonna fight you then.
Oh.
It's really sad, because we're rooting for both sides, because we don't want anyone to die, but we just know that in times of war like this, there will be sacrifices, so...
There will be casualties.
Yeah.
A female talent shows our knight.
Yes, Suzaku.
This man, it will be my knight, Suzaku.
Like he was helping them out, he was, you know, doing the right thing for the Britannians, and the Britannians were still saying, like, he's not following them, and when you piece of shit coward, it's because they're 11s. And I'm like, brainwashing is a terrible thing. Anyway, so that happened, and Shirley found a piece of her journal. So, what's going on with that? I don't know. We're gonna jump into episode 18 right now and see what happens.
Alright.
Let's go. Damn, he looks like his brother, but okay. He used his Geass.
To save him, basically.
To save him, yeah, he was about to die, and he was about to die too.
Oh,
he had no choice.
Everyone kept rushing in the center of it.
But he
Kana get out of her good end because she didn't want Zero to die. She wanted for Suzaku to die, I guess.
Oh, that was intense as fuck. Side note though, right before he used his Geass, he showed his eye, and Suzaku was like, I'm like, do you think he can recognize it? I think too much happened at the same time for him to just go like, I remember seeing that eye before. Especially since usually when you use the Geass on someone, they forget about what happened, so... But he used it! He said he was not gonna use it because of pride, because of friendship, because it's like a coward way of winning over him, you know? He's forcing him to do something, so it's not like he won him over. But I don't think he's literally gonna say, change sides. He's gonna say, like, let me go, let us go, like, let's save ourselves. I don't know what he ordered him, but, that moment was so intense. Like, the brother showing up, he looks like a martyr. He's so freaking sad. He's like...
I do hope that he can change his face, because if he's always keep the same face, like... Imagine with your hand just with the same face, though. No.
Looks like he's about to cry. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what kind of character he is, but he looks just so sad.
He's only
like
carbon copy of Lelouch and Clovis put together.
Oh man, yeah, he looks like his brother so much. It's Lelouch's face, I swear. Well, technically he has this face because he's the older brother, but I think he's the crown prince.
You think? Like the first or second prince or princess?
One of the first or the second, but man, he's really important. Have you seen his shit?
Floating system.
But yeah. That was intense. Euphemia just rushing to the place, knowing she was gonna die if she kept going. Karen just leaping out of her nightmare, just going like, hey, it's me! She screamed her name and stuff. He didn't really pay attention to her though, so...
Thanks, the Lord, thanks!
That was intense. I can understand why Lelouch saw no other way of getting out of there, because I mean both of them were gonna die. But you see though that some of his words did reach Suzaku. He was saying some things and he was like, right, but true, but like he understands what he's saying. I think he agrees with some of it. It's just that he has to keep fighting or else he's gonna lose himself. Because that's the one thing I didn't really like about what Lelouch said to him. He was using his guilt as a weapon.
That's
because he's making it sound like...
he's kind of right. Basically, the piece that the Japanese people are built 7 or 5 years ago was on a lie.
the peace.
They were robbed of their choice to fight against the Britannians.
But then, I mean, the same could be said about the other way around. Like, if his dad had kept fighting, had done what he wanted to do, the Japanese people, the innocents, the ones that don't fight, would have been robbed of the opportunity of surviving and having peace, you know? That's the thing when you have one person deciding for everyone. It's that whether or not it's good or bad for you, you don't have the choice. You're being robbed of the opportunity of finding out what would have happened, you know, because you're not the one making the choice for yourself. Yes, if they want to keep fighting, let's go. That's why they have terrorists. That's why they have the rebellion. They didn't want the peace, but a lot of people were just okay with this. Some people are honorary Britannians, like Suzaku. Like, Suzaku wanted peace. If his dad had kept on going with the fighting, he would have been robbed of that choice. But that's the question, like, whose choice is it to decide for everyone? Surely it was not Suzaku's choice, but his dad, was he truly capable of making that choice for everyone? I don't know. Like, you'd have to see what kind of person he used to be. You have to, you know, put one choice versus the other and, you know, decide, like, what's the good and the bad about each situations. It's really complicated.
I do believe, though, that if someone wanted to take over my country, I'll get at least an opportunity to fight for my country,
True.
for my family, and if I lost, then I'm gonna try to make peace after that.
True.
Not just bend over,
let it happen.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Not
then
just
I'm
that.
gonna ask you this question then. What if you just know that it's a losing battle? Do you sacrifice everyone just because of your pride? Because you just don't want to let it happen? You just don't want to surrender? Or do you make the right choice and decide, you know what? I'm losing. You have the better technology. Obviously, you're going to win this, so I'm making the better choice here. I'm stopping. You know, we've seen this several times over the course of history and in other work of fictions. People that decide to bend the knee to save their people. It's seen as an act of cowardice sometimes. Like, you're going to say, oh, yeah, you can stand on your own 2 feet and keep fighting. So people are going to see you as the weak man, the person who made the wrong choice. But then you still saved everyone's lives.
It's not a weak choice if from the start you know that you don't have the necessary to win the war at the end of it.
Yeah, they didn't have, that's the thing. Back then, they didn't have anything. They didn't have the means to fight this war. Like, they didn't have the nightmares. They had nothing. So it was a losing battle to start. That's what Lelouch is saying. Like, that's what he used against Todo to bring him to his side. He was like, back then, that was a losing battle, and you kept fighting, and you kind of did a miracle here, but because you did that, your sector was left with nothing. So now, I mean, they can't fight. They can't do anything. So sometimes the better choice is to bend the knee and wait. Surrender. But if you really want to fight for the right thing, because you believe that you have the right to be your own country, and it's true, they do have the right. This is their country. They were overtaken by someone that was way too greedy for his own good. So sometimes in battle, it's better to retreat and wait another day. Live now, fight another day, you know? And but the thing is, that's not what Suzaku is doing. Suzaku is saying, live now and keep on living. Even though life is shit, keep on living. Eventually, it will get better. So, like, just work through it. And Lelouch is saying, live now. Totally fight another day. And Todo back then, he was saying, like, fight now, die with honor, you know? There are several ways of seeing this war. And, I mean, who's right, who's wrong? No one. In a fight, no one is right or wrong. You would say that the victor is usually the one still standing at the end, so...
Well,
if you're the only one...
History is not written by the loser, but
True.
The one who wins the war.
Although, if you're the only... I mean, if your plan is to make your country survive, make your country win, then you're a loser if you're the only one standing. Yes, if you win the war, if you basically kill everyone on the opposite side, but no one is left standing on your side either, you lost, dude. So, the innocent people are important. You need to think of them. And Lelouch, he waited. Like, he understood that it was okay to accept defeat back then. He was a kid. He could not do anything. He didn't have the means. So he went into hiding. And he waited. Now he has the means to do something. But every one of them has a solution. They all think that their solution is the solution. It's just that there is no right or wrong choice here, which is why Suzaku is being tempted by Lelouch's way, but he still thinks his way is the best because both ways are okay.
It's so confusing because, like you said, both ways are okay, but both ways are wrong.
Yeah.
Technically.
But I think it was still a low blow for Lelouch to use his guilt against him. Basically saying, that person who killed your father made the choice for everyone. So his selfish way of seeing things robbed them of their choice. Are you gonna, keep doing that? And I'm like, dude, you totally know it's him. So that selfish criminal made that decision for everyone. So, are you willing to defend this? And I'm like, dude.
Alright.
But he knew that, like that's why he was laughing last episode, because we kind of got it right. He knows Suzaku. He knows stuff about his past. He can use it against him, and you totally see that his guilt, his Achilles heel. He does feel bad about what happened. He does understand that he made the choice for everyone, and he didn't give them the right to choose. Which is also something that Lelouch is doing, and something he's been saying, like, you don't have a right to do this! And he's like, but I've done the same. So, you see that he hesitated a couple times, but then when he's being ordered stuff, he's like, no, I'm listening to orders, But Lelouch is like, but what about your heart? What does your heart want? But then seconds ago you were calling him selfish, dude. Stop it! He's like, that selfish criminal did stuff because he followed his heart, and that's how things ended. But then after that, he's like, follow your heart, dude. Do you want to die? It's complicated. Just show your face. I'm pretty sure if he had showed his face, maybe Suzaku would have saved him. Just out of friendship. He would have asked for answers or something. I don't know, but I'm trusting my baby to trust his friend. Okay, that was an intense episode, so we're gonna move on, unless you have other things to say.
No, I'm just gonna jump right into it for the next one.
So you see what happened?
Yes.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is already up on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So you know what to do, guys. You can just go down there, click and subscribe.
Yes.
And if you don't wanna, just wait for the next edit to come up on YouTube.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.